miss her. You know, you think every day is going good, but with our smiles in our faces, but she's still in the front of the thought. We'll have a little fun, but then we got to come back to reality that our baby's gone. When something like this happens, your life changes. You do different things. Well, I do. I used to like baseball. I can't sit in the room watching baseball. I have to go outside. I have to move around. I go sitting in my truck, and that's the only way I get comfort, sitting in my truck. I've gone to the river, and because I had a feeling that she was past the other side of the bridge, so I go over there. I would sit in my truck and talk to Laurie, and I'd say, Laurie, please, Laurie, give me a sign to see if I can find you. Give me a sign. And I'd go down in there and I'd look and I'd look, and nothing happened. You know, we just cried and hugged each other and hoped that she was found alive. But when daybreak came, I would go and outside and look around the corner and went up there and I looked around and says, she'll be home in a minute. She'll be home in a minute. So finally I had to realize that there was no coming home. It's hard.
Well, right now we have multiple agencies assisting us in searching for what we're hoping for are the remains of Laurie Pineda. Laurie Pineda back in 2004 was with a friend when they were attempting to cross a low water crossing near Post Road, and their vehicle was swept into the river. The male companion was lucky enough to grab a tree. She went into the water, and we searched for her for several days, and they finally terminated the search. Back in March of this year, a couple fishermen found a skull in the Blanco River, and they called law enforcement, and we had some tissue samples that one of the local doctors in San Marcos had when he did a procedure for Laurie. And so that with the skull, we sent it up to the University of North Texas human remains section to see if it's possible to identify if this was in fact Laurie Pineda. We got a call last week. They were asking if there was any way that we can go back and try to find some more bones to make it a definite comparison. And so Sheriff Cutler instructed the CID division to go ahead and put a search together. And so today we have agency from San Marcos Police Department, our CERT team, Civilian Emergency Response Team, the Texas State Forensic graduate students are here en masse. And so we're out there searching the riverbanks up and down, hoping to find additional bones. We have a gentleman, his name is Ron Huffman, who volunteered his aircraft to fly over and assist us with pinpointing where the search teams are. This severe drought, that river's about the lowest it's ever been. And so being able to search in that area without the water overflowing the banks, we're able to go up and down pretty easily now. There's no water there in some of the areas, so we're hoping that we can find something. You know that the Pineda family would love to have closure in this. It's been 7 long years for them. You know, they can put this to rest and to peace.
hard. It's hard for me. But I mean, you know, say, well, why doesn't he give up? Because people are not giving up. And I mean, when I read in the paper about her, it keeps me up in the morning. I mean, at night. And it's hard to wake up in the morning. And what I feel, when I go to bed, I close my eyes. And the first thing that comes, it's the bridge, the water running, there in the water, she swept away. It looks smooth on the top, but on the bottom, the current, it's swift currents on the bottom. The rocks. Look. And think you're gonna turn around and she's right there. This is where maybe her home now. But we'll come to her. If we don't find her, we'll come to here. This is where we can visit her now. Because we know that she's not too far down the river. Now that, hopefully, if that's the skull, we know that we can come down that area where her skull was found, and if it's her, we'll have at least a little bit of closure.